Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I present to you Scrub Zero. So, here we go with the Giants right now. They've made a lot of improvements to the team, at least they're trying to. They still need to fill in a few spots. That's what the draft is for, but at least as far as the free agency period, obviously they tagged Saquon, re-signed Daniel Jones, some other key moves. They got the punter and long snapper re-signed. They brought back Matt Breida. I'm not too excited about that move. He had some good plays, but I don't think he's someone that I personally don't like him. But they re-signed. They brought back Sterling Shepard. I think, it's for the veteran minimum. They did finally. Well, I shouldn't say finally, but they were able to get off of Kenny Golladay. They, instead of making it a June 1 designation, they just terminated his contract out from March 15th. So they're taking all that dead cap money this year, so they ain't got to worry about it next year. Makes sense. They got linebacker Bobby Okereke from the Colts, as well as Paris Campbell, wide receiver. They also got defensive tackle Raheem Nunez-Roches and Josh Smith. They re-signed Slayton, grabbed Bobby McCain from Washington. They got Jamison Crowder and a few other players, not really big name guys, but they made some moves. Jihad Ward, they re-signed. They picked up a center a few days ago, and J.C. Hassanior, or however you pronounce his name, I apologize. And of course, probably the biggest, at least, I'd say the biggest move of the offseason for the Giants. They traded their conditional third round pick. It was a compensatory pick, not conditional, compensatory pick. They had gotten from the Chiefs for Kadarius Toney. They flipped that pick and got Darren Waller. Obviously, this team needs more explosive plays in the passing game. So they said, all right, they're going to do that. They did pick up some DBs. They've still got a lot of work to do, because they're nowhere near ready. But at the very least, they've addressed some positions they needed to. They're trying to get faster. They just need to sort out this offensive line. We'll see if they get anyone in the draft or not. As far as that, they'll get players in the draft. It's just a matter of what positions they'll be. We could always use another wide receiver and another linebacker, in my opinion, but I don't get too up or down over a lot of these moves. At least not as much as I used to, partially because I don't have time to watch all the NFL games. Not just the Giants, but other teams. But there's a lot. But you don't know what's going to happen until they get out there. You get them in your system a while. So it's like, okay, they got player X, they got player Y, so on and so forth. I like to pick up a Waller. I don't know how he's actually going to look until, games are played. At the very least, when they actually start practicing and whatnot. They do need some defensive tackle help, because the depth behind Leonard Williams and Big Cat, Dexter Lawrence and Big Cat, Leonard Williams, it was bad. You saw when they went out the game, teams was just running. Linebackers, well, we know how the linebackers went. Tay Crowder ended up getting cut before the end of the year. They brought in Jalen Smith and I forgot other dude's name. They picked him up before the playoffs, and he played well. Gerard Davis, I think. That's his name? I hope I got it right. If not, I'm mixing up with someone else. My apologies, but Yeah, it was Gerard Davis. Oh dear goodness. But yeah. So and getting Bobby Okereke. So they're addressing spots. The reason I'm not losing my head is because I've seen Giants attempt to address spots before, and it did not work out. Not due to lack of trying, but it just doesn't always work out. They tried to address wide receiver a few years back. We saw how well that's gone. Not due to lack of trying, but it just didn't pan itself out. So I hope it works out, but I'm not losing my head if it won't. No, I wouldn't say if it doesn't work out, I'm not gonna lose my head, but I'm not jumping out the window over it because things happen. Like you think you have something, then next thing you know, you ain't got jack squat. It's not a perfect setup, but what you gonna do? But I do like the moves. I do think they'll be better. Of course, the other teams in the division got better. At least they're trying to get better, whether it on paper. But we all know paper don't play. I like these moves. So we'll see what happens with the draft, and then I'll have a better idea of where everything is. But even then, like I said, until the games are played, like it looks all good. And then next thing you know, they get out there and it ain't what was projected. So I know this is late, way late. I should have done this like 2 weeks ago, but it is what it is. It's life. It happens. That's why we do the best with what we got. But as far as new starters, let's see, maybe. Like guys that they brought in, I really only see. There's a lot of it is more so depth than anything else. The only one who's probably gonna start, I'm like, all right, they picked him up. He's going to start, providing health pending, of course, is Bobby Okereke. All these other guys are gonna compete for depth spots or starting spots. Like everyone stays healthy, a lot of these guys aren't starting. But we'll see how that all turns out. Hopefully the wide receivers are better this year. Hopefully we get something going, but I'm not going to lose my head over it, like I said. But that's all I got for this. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Like the video, share it, subscribe if you're new to the page or you haven't already. Hit the notification bell to all so you don't miss any posts when I go live or upload. Thanks to everyone who checks this out. Until next time, I'm Scripts. I'll catch you on the flip side.